this is very, very important, and I'm very grateful for that. So what we also observe is like time is on Ukraine's side. Thank you so much, Johnny. But it's also difficult because we constantly live with strikes, with destructions, with people on the front lines, with electricity outages. And well, we realize that it's difficult, but we also realize that we don't want to pass on this war to the future generations of people, because once again, it's not a coup, it's not something inspired by aliens. It is a 300 years war with a very evil empire that is totally dependent on Ukraine, constantly wants us back. When we see our future with the countries that respect human life, that let you change presidents during elections, that let you organize in NGOs, that let you make friends with people from other countries, respect their opinion, and so on and so forth, something that you will never see that in Russia. So this loss of control in Syria is a great victory. Once again, I'm not concentrating on people who are the rebels fighting against Assad, because I understand it's a mixture of very different groups. And it's really difficult to identify who can potentially be an ally, who is very different from us and is dangerous. But at this moment, we seriously see that Syria, its naval bases, is lost for Russia. Assad is fleeing the country, and we will not have another puppet that was ready to repeat Putin's narratives. You know, he traveled a part of this authoritarian world, kept speaking about Putin's rights in Ukraine. He was among the few to support the annexation of Crimea. He also spoke about this Putin's delusional idea of adding Kherson and Zaporizhia to Russia. So, like, Putin lost an ally, Putin lost access to naval and avia bases, and Putin also lost image. There was a tweet of the president-elect Trump that where he spoke about Syria and Russia's retreat from it. We can like decode it differently, but the whole world sees. And for Putin to illustrate his machismo, he definitely needed to keep Syria on its orbit. So this is important that they have already lost this part of influence. So then the next country that demonstrated its strong stance against Russian interference is Romania. I know I have friends in Romania, and I was worried because this is a very clear illustration of how Russia works. When you have unknown candidates appearing on your elections and getting like the best numbers. And I watched some videos of the pro-Russian candidate, which is a combination of insane like conspiracy theories, of very absurd things with classical music on the background. And TikTok, by the way, is a dangerous place. And oh, greetings to Romania. Those who watch us in this beautiful country, I dream to visit Romania. I do have some stereotypes like mountains and vampires and wine, but these are good stereotypes for me because I love mountains, vampires, and wine. So, yeah, I love it. I will quote Pasi, who says, really bad week for Putin. And I wish all the next weeks to be very, very, very bad for Putin, because honestly, he deserved that. Yeah, you might have noticed, I never invite you to TikTok, and I don't advise you, because the algorithms honestly are not transparent. It was really interesting to learn that some of the accounts that actually worked for the support of the pro-Russian candidate for the president of Romania were created before the TikTok was launched, which is another proof how closely Russia cooperates with China, the developer of TikTok, and how everything is interconnected. And they crack these algorithms. They find people who lack global knowledge, because when I listen to these videos, when I listen this kind of BS that Russia spreads via such people, such candidates, it's really difficult for me to imagine that someone can believe that. What I have already noticed, that I am ready to debunk Russian propaganda, various Russian myths, but when I encounter something super absurd, like biolaboratories in Ukraine, thank you so much, Asantech. I literally have no words and no patience for such people, because obviously there is none. I had one conversation when I literally asked people, if we had these biolabs, why don't we use them? If we have these fighter mosquitoes, why don't we use them on Russians? Huh? Um, Thank you so much. And I see Spencer, Rudy, and Martin and Philip doing so many good things in the comments. And Michael, thank you so much. My nails, not typically my style, but I want red for Christmas. So so anyway, it's so important to understand that some social media, unfortunately, can have broken algorithms, and these broken algorithms can manipulate people and their opinions, and in the result, it can lead to tragic interferences. And it's great that Romania managed to investigate it so quickly, identify 66,000 of fake accounts on TikTok. Can you imagine how much that is? And how many people that were involved, and how much money in such technologies. And another reason, I'm sure that some of these candidates, some of the representatives of this Russia-funded hijacking parties, they actually escaped Romania. And some people will say a coup, and it once again reminds me of Russia created president of Ukraine, Yanukovych, who fled our country very quickly, and he could actually continue working. He could listen to the people, negotiate something. But what he did, he stole. Guys, don't forget about that. He stole Ukrainian national treasury. They were carrying suitcases full of that, and he fled to Russia. And now we see that all of these people who want to hijack other countries, they very quickly escape to Russia. I question why? Because they like Russian climate, Russian bears, Russian vodka, Russian life standards? I doubt. Because their masters are in Russia. Because they were working for this country and they failed.